It's talking about his disciples, not us. Read that again. I have manifested your name unto the man, his disciples, which you gave me out of the world. Yours they were, and you gave them me, and they kept your word. What word they kept is to obey the commandments. Let's go to John 14, verse 15.
John 14:15. For if you love me, with everybody here love the Most High, right? Well, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Okay, so if the Messiah telling him to keep his commandments, why is it that our modern day scholars say that not to keep? To me, it's total contradiction. They don't add up. So something is missing. Let's go back to John 17. Verse 8 read, for I have given unto them the words, the commandment which you gave me. So the Father gave the Messiah commandments, and the Messiah gave the man's commandment. So what the first word Mosiah gave the Messiah was the Torah, or the law, because the Messiah, he the one that gave the law, not the Mosiah. The angel was, during that day, it was the Mosiah, where the Messiah bring forth the law, giving the established commandments. Verse 8 again. For I have given unto them the word which you gave me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from you, and that they have believed you did send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which you given me, and for yours also. So basically, the doctrine is that this is for the whole entire world, but according to the Messiah, he didn't come for the world. He came only for his disciples and those of Israel, according to what we just read. Verse 10, and all of mine is yours, and yours are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to you, Holy Father, keep through your own name those who you have given me, that they may be one as we are. Jump to Read 12. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in your name. Those that you gave me, I kept. None of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled. So who's the son of perdition? The son of perdition is those that teach against what the Messiah told the disciples to follow, which is commandment. So those who teach against commandment consider the son of perdition, because the son of perdition equals lawlessness. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians. Chapter 2. I'm sorry, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Start at verse 6. And now you know what withhold that he might be revealed in his time. This Paul speaking. For the mystery of iniquity does already work. Only he who know now that will let, until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay, y'all. Verse 9. Even him who come is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceitfulness of unrighteousness, that's lawlessness, in them that perish, because why? They receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So what's the love of the truth? The commandments.
The scripture I want to also go to as far as Colossians 2, verse 14. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick, it came back before you go there. Let's go back to no, not this one. Go to Matthew. Matthew 17. All right, we're going to read verse 1 through 5. And after 6 days, the Messiah taketh Peter, James, and John, his brother, and bringeth them up into the high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto Messiah, Elohim, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. You know that stands for the law and the prophets. All right, verse 5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud was said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. So why did the Most High say, Hear ye him? And why was Elias and the prophets, or Moses and Elias, the ones being transfigured? Those go in hand. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 18. He said, Hear ye him. Deuteronomy chapter 18. Again, we'll let the scriptures define the scriptures. So if they're supposed to hear ye him, then what was the Messiah actually saying, and what was he teaching? So Deuteronomy chapter 18, and we'll look at verse 15. The Most High, thy Elohim, will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Who's in me? Moses. Unto him ye shall what? Hearken, or ye shall hear. So what was Moses known for? The law and the prophets. So we have to find out, if the Messiah said, I came to fulfill the law, then why is he going to turn around there and then complete it, versus the Most High saying, hear what the Messiah has to say in reference to the law? That doesn't make sense. So let's jump down to verse 18 again. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth. What is the Most High's words? Get Proverbs 4 and read verse 1 through 4. The Father said, I'm going to put my words in his mouth. I think it's 4 and 2. You got it?
Yeah.
Well, read verse 1.
Hear ye children the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
Verse 2.
Read verse 2.
Okay. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
Forsake ye not my law. I will raise, Deuteronomy 18 and 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. That's in reference to the Messiah. So the Messiah that he received the words from was his father. If, according to Hebrew culture, if the Messiah was going to teach against his father, which are the laws of the Most High, what did the law instruct a rebellious child, or what did the law command the children of Israel to do to a rebellious child? Stone him. So if the Messiah came to speak against the Most High's words, then he would be considered a rebellious son. And we know that he said, I came to do my Father's will, and all that I've done, he came to do those things. All right, so that's one I'll touch on that one.
Also, let's go to, I also heard you say that if everything started with Israel, but you didn't complete what was going to be finished, most I come by. I can't remember the quote where you said something like everything started with Israel, but I guess the spiritual aspect came after the death of Messiah. That you okay? So let's go to Revelation 21. I'm read verse 1 through 3. And I saw a renewed heaven and a renewed earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city renewed, Jerusalem coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her man or husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with man, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And Elohim himself shall be with them and be their Elohim. That jumps to verse 10. Who is this talking about? Verse 10 reads, And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from Elohim, having the glory of Elohim, and her light was like unto a stone, and most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. And here go the key. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of what?
12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Read it again.
Of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So question, if Israel started at the beginning, then when Messiah died, a spiritual, what they consider Gentile came to replace them, it don't make sense. According to what we just read, these gates, we're going to have what? Begin with the 12 tribes of Israel. That's right. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 48. Let's get another witness. I'll read 31 to 34. Ezekiel 48, 31 to 34.
And the gates of the city shall be after the names of the tribes of Israel. 3 gates northward, 1 gate of Reuben, 1 gate of Judah, 1 gate of Levi. And at the east side, 4,503 gates, and 1 gate of Joseph, 1 gate of Benjamin, 1 gate of Dan. 43. And at the south side, 4,500 measures, and 3 gates, 1 gate of Simeon, 1 gate of Issachar, 1 gate of Zebulun. At the west side, 4,500 with 3 tribe gates, with their 3 gates, 1 gate of Gad, 1 gate of Asher, 1 gate of Naphtali. It was round about 18,000 measures, and the name of the city from that day shall be the Most High is there.
So Ezekiel even had the vision of what's going to take place after the coming of the Messiah. So Revelation and Ezekiel speaking the same thing. So when the new heaven, new earth come, who's going to be running? The 12 tribes. So what about the other nation? Read Isaiah 14.
And before he reads that, what we understand the scriptures to be is that this is not a universal book. This book was only written to the Israelites. And we believe that we understand the scriptures to expound on the Israelites and expound that the Most High only had one people, and that one people still exists today. And that one people are the very people that are sitting in this room.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
Stop there. The same, it's another witness. Ezekiel spoke the same thing, and John the Revelator spoke the same thing. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
The stranger is the Gentile, the other nation. Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
Okay, stop right there. So that's the reason why I started off with Psalm 105, where it said, Abraham is my servant, and Jacob and Isaac, and it is an everlasting covenant. So with this, we still fall in line with what David was speaking, what Ezekiel was speaking, and what John the Revelator was speaking. Go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Okay, so it would take their captives. We had the Romans, we have the Babylonian, we had the modern day United States. They had these children of Israel in captivity. So in Syria. So whatever history repeats itself, we had to go through captivity. Guess what? The table's gonna turn. We're gonna be the rulers, but our captives not gonna be as worse as they did us. But we're gonna be in righteousness and stand. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall have give thee rest, and from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage wherein thou hast made to serve.
Go to James, verse 1.
James, verse 1.
James, verse 1.
James chapter 1.
I'm sorry, yeah, chapter 1.
James chapter 1, verse 1. James, a servant of the Most High and of Elohim, King Yahushua, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
Read 1 Peter.
First Peter.
Verse 1.
Verse 1. Peter, an apostle of Mashiach, to the strangers scattered abroad, Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, elect according to the foreknowledge of the Most High, the Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of the Messiah. Grace unto you and peace be multiplied.
Okay, so we got two witnesses. We got James, Peter, writing to who? 12 tribes that were scattered. And why they were scattered? Because of disobedience. They got kicked out of the land, they were scattered, and they went into captivity. So that's why Isaiah 14, that this captivity is going to reverse, and we're going to be, Israel is going to be the head, the rulers, and there's not going to be no more captivity after future Christ. Let's go to Leviticus 20:4. Let's go to 45. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 45. Once again, just speaking in regard to other nations. I know a lot of people like to say, okay, so what about other nations? So let's see what scripture says. So we already read Isaiah 14, speak about other nations.
Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall you buy.
Listen, we're talking about who? Strangers, talking in this context, is speaking towards the other nation.
And of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
Same thing, start with Abraham. Abraham had Elijah as a servant. Remember that the Most High, he didn't use Elijah to be the heir. Why? Because it didn't come from Abraham. And let us know. Go ahead.
And technically, Elijah could have been the heir because he belonged to Abraham. But the Most High didn't. Yeah, later. Yeah. He could have been the heir because he was Abraham's